Hola, and welcome to Spanish class. My name is Senorita O'Brien, and I'm your Spanish teacher for this year. I'm going to do everyone a favor and record my introduction syllabus PowerPoint just in the event our Zoom call doesn't work out according to plan. Make sure your audio is on and you follow along with me as I go through everything. If you're in my period 3 class, you're going to be in room 229. If you're in periods 4 or 6, you're going to be with me in 228. That's right next door. My email address is down here, and it's also all over my Google Classroom pages for you guys, in case you need to ask me any questions. All right, are we ready? Here we go. While I have students taking attendance, I'm actually going to ask you to go into your Google Classroom, and you're going to click right here where it says Student Questionnaire. It's going to bring you to this form where you're going to answer questions about yourself, just so I can get a little bit of a better idea of who I'm having as a student this year. So first, you're going to start off with class identification stuff, what period you're in, what homeroom you're in, that sort of stuff. As you go on, though, we're going to be asking questions about what your preferences are for partner work, what your preferences are for classroom technology, who you work well with. I want to know about your activities and interests, and then a couple of other fun, unrelated questions. So go ahead and fill that out for me when you can. And I'm going to go back into my PowerPoint for a second, just so I can talk through some other stuff. So just while you're filling that out, I'm going to introduce myself. I've been learning Spanish since I was in kindergarten. This is not a kindergarten picture. This is from last year. But I started learning Spanish in kindergarten and took it all the way through high school. I went to Marist College, which is down in Poughkeepsie, go Red Foxes, for Spanish and education. While I was at Marist, I had the opportunity to go abroad for a full year. So I lived in Spain for an entire school year, and I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. You're going to hear a lot about Madrid this year. The name of the school I went to is Universidad Carlos III de Madrid. And there's a little bit of Spanish for you right off the bat. And then once I graduated, I went right into grad school where I'm from, Albany. So I got my master's at University of Albany right while I was living at home. And 3 years ago, I moved out to Whitesboro, and I'm still excited to be teaching Spanish to you guys. I'm hoping I get to learn more about you as we go on through our week, but that's just a little bit about me. The really important question is about your syllabus. This is also in your week of September 8th through 11th. This should be the third post in this topic. It'll say syllabus or Spanish syllabus or syllabus 7. And your assignment, the big assignment for you this week, is to get this signed or typed by Friday. Okay? So you and a parent or guardian need to sign or type your signature and then turn it in on Classroom. If you would prefer to have a hard copy, I will have only a handful available, so make sure you ask immediately if you need one. I'm going to walk through the different parts of your syllabus. This is the big question. Everyone wants to know about the grades. So I have everything set up as equal percentages. Your classwork and homework, participation, projects, and tests and quizzes. All of these categories are 25%. That way, it's all balanced, so just in the event that you don't do as hot on tests and quizzes, you have 3 other categories that are going to balance out your grade nice and evenly. Okay? If you're absent or late, this is another important question. You have as many days as you're absent to turn in late work. So for example, if you're out for 1 day, you have 1 day to make up work and hand it in before you lose credit. After that amount of time, you'll get half credit up until the week before progress reports or report cards, because I do not take late work. Okay, so make sure you budget your time accordingly. Let's talk about participation for a second, because I know it's going to be a little different this year. You get 2 points every day in my class. It's a really easy 2 points as long as you come on or come into class prepared. You have your video on, you have your materials up, and you're following along with me. 1 point is for behavior, so as long as you're listening, you're paying attention, you're helping others out, and you're not being disrespectful or disruptive, you're going to get 2 points easy peasy. Okay, I keep track just so I know who's doing what on what day, and you get a weekly participation grade at the end of the week that will be put on School Tool. Okay. Other expectations. You guys are super in Spanish class, but super actually stands for something. So the S is studying outside of class for at least 15 minutes every day. U, use opportunities to ask questions, especially if you are remote and you don't know 100% what we're talking about. P, you're practicing, you're following along with the activities in class. E, you're encouraged to make mistakes. You're not becoming fluent in Spanish overnight. It took me 12 plus years to become acquired to the Spanish language. So if I can do it in 12, you guys are going to be able to do it in less. I believe in you, okay? So don't make fun of others. Everyone learns at their own pace, okay? Worry about yourself, and that's all you're going to need to know. And the last one for super is R. You're being respectful of your classmates and your teacher. This includes not criticizing others for what their answers are if they give a wrong answer. This also includes wearing your mask and everything correctly while you're in the building, okay? I'm going to talk a little bit more about masks later on, but just for right now, I want to make sure you guys know how super you are inside and outside of the Spanish classroom, okay? If you're unsure of anything, again, reach out to that email in the very first slide, sobrien@whitesboro.org, and I will gladly answer any questions. And just to wrap up a little bit before I talk about my dance, and this is a video I'll share really quick, make sure if you are in school wearing a mask, you have it correctly over your face. That means it's covering your nose all the way down to your chin, and you're not taking it off to talk, okay? I promise I'll hear you just fine, okay? To lighten up the rest of my little presentation, I shot this around 3 or 4 years ago. This is one of my favorite things of dance that I've done, and I'm going to be talking a lot about dance in general this year. So enjoy the show, and I look forward to learning this year with you in Spanish. Gracias.